My dear friend Tarmo Andre Elvisto, the leader of the Sustainable Center of the Sustainable Renovation of Estonia, historian, has worked with buildings and energy solutions and buildings already more than 30 years, and with sustainable renovation more than 20 years. Center of Sustainable Renovation. And floor is yours.
Thank you. Those microphones are working, yeah? Yeah, okay. So, best greetings from me, from Kalamaja. It's a fish house in Tallinn. This is our info center house, you see. And why I put another option, you know, it's energy efficiency. It's both are very nice houses. We little bit participated in the second one also, because we have involved in several energy efficiency projects. But what I want to say, people nowadays today think they must choose. They take cultural part or they take modern part, and it's free choose. But what's the problem? Our industry works only one direction, so energy efficiency. And that means our business works also to that direction. And if the real estate developers are doing their job, they are saying, you can't do anything with old house, take them away. You can use some those details and logs in another place. That's okay, that's very sustainable. And but we started another talk, and it was more than 20 years ago. It's really in Tallinn, this house. It was really neglected, and it was, but now, and it didn't exist 24 years ago officially, just garbage, you know. Clean the place was budget of that place, and city owned this house. Tallinn, our capital city, owned. So, and it was, I was represented Estonian Heritage Society, our oldest and biggest non-voluntary organization for heritage staying in Estonia, who started staying for Estonian flag, you know. So our NGO has political respect from government also. And it was our main partner, Swedish heritage specialists, and it was meeting point Swedish and Estonian, also engineers, and what is important, craftsmen. Many workshops started there, and now we went with those workshops still now. We are invented a lot of new workshops and giving this knowledge to all people who need. And we are working both with professionals, with engineers, architects, and just house owners, just people who like culture or who like be sustainable and like ecology. And it was interesting. We started under heritage. Now we are working maybe half in ecological view and half still in heritage sphere. And it's nice for me that we found contacts with new buildings, and it's so many people won't now be energy efficient that people will again forgot about nice old houses, which could be most energy efficient, what I want to tell you. I have no time to speak all how good we were, but different projects, courses, material net, it's, we have a special project reusing old materials in another places, because Estonia is quite Estonia is quite big for us, collecting those old houses which will be demolished anyway. Then not to burn those wooden stuff, other people can use it, and it gives value, and maybe next owners will not then demolish. They will see, oh, it's so valuable detail, I was stupid to just throw away it. And we have also a shop, Majatohter. We are selling also different material, also birch bark. It's the only place in Estonia you can buy birch bark via internet if you want. And but it's just small stuff. All those linseed oil paints and things. Because 20 years ago it was so, people asked why you are talking about those materials. We can't buy them. You are just somewhere from fairy tales coming. Then we had to prove that those materials are existing. You can buy them, and you can use them and touch them. And we are also using them in our workshops and our camps and those. But why I am here, I like we connected different project about Pronat Mat, which was good cooperation with Finland about natural materials, and not only Finland. And there was also higher educational establishments, higher schools, and the Coolbricks, energy efficiency. It was more than 10 years ago, and it was really important EU project. Main partner was Germany, and we got a lot of very valuable information we need that we have now foundation to speak about that matter. And still we are working with our restorers. It was organized like a union of restorers, and it started from cooperation with Swedish partners who had this kind of experience before. But main measures, I have very short of time, but here are main measures why we can say that keep and make sustainable way renovation with old houses, it's a very sustainable act. And another opportunity, here's some problem. Can you turn back? It was probably my fault, but I didn't want to put that. I can't go back. Okay. Try. Okay, then I go. You saw it. It was a wrong way to just take those houses away, but that's what our business want to do first, because it's not so easy to get profit from restoration, renovation, you know. And here, you in Norway, you are no members of European Union, but we need to follow those rules, as I've explained already. And but there are always, you can find very good points. And one is that those circular renovation, it's very modern and very good, and the EU supports it. And we need to keep old houses. Here about the political situation, and it's why put here, it's from our Coolbricks projects and from Estonian ecological architects. Again, sorry. But it was political will which make our energy in our houses and our buildings reduce all time. And that's political will we need to understand separately from historical houses. That's important. But you see, it's now also official in EU that the main task or the highest what's the highest level? It's prevention of demolishing old houses. That's important to understand. And very nice, and I am not, and we are not against new houses, and they are very nice, but nowadays we like different people and different preferences, you know, and the same is with house stocks. If there are more differences, life is more nice and more interesting, and old houses are not out of use. That's not stupid to think this way. And prevention of demolishing, it's the highest level. And I like very much Norwegian calculations. Here's this green green line shows sustainable renovation, and for a long time period, for 60 years, it's most energy efficient and less carbon CO2 producing. There are different calculations, but Norwegians are doing good job. I have no time explain here, but you could find probably it if you are interested. And of course, every old house is different, but this gave us much good information during our Cool Bricks project with Germany's partners and Swedish partners. And this red line is very energy efficient new house, but you need to think how much CO2 you put in. And it's different when renovating old house, and most engineers don't want to use these kind of calculations, or just our programs don't have those possibilities. Some examples which were sad for Germany's partners, historical houses got energy efficient, but not nice anymore. More sad example from Russia, you know, they are doing more energy efficient work and new modern like for historical houses. They have a lot of historical houses. Very sad examples from Estonia, you know, some neighbors thinks to be more energy efficient than another neighbor, and it doesn't well. And here is very sad example from our Tallinn municipality, this right building, which now is demolished. It was renovated first, very energy efficient, you know. It looks like another historical house, which still stays and will stay. Now it's milieu protected. What solution from international projects? We need to use measures for historical houses which are different from new houses, and that's important, and that's why now in Estonia also are going different projects. Here is one example, measures from Cool Bricks. They are not for wooden houses, they are for brick houses. In Germany, you know, very few wooden houses, but there was different calculation and different measures. Also very important measure inside insulation, which is very sophisticated for our engineers, but which it is very normal for Germany's. I had to run. Here is another kind building. People are not living here, and here is main question, authenticity. It was building where we met with Save. It was in Lahemaa National Park. It was beginning of 18th century. Here is our old material storage. It's in Tallinn, cooperation with Tallinn municipality. A lot of details we are collecting and selling and using in our projects. LCA calculation, maybe who are architects know and who know Europe Union recommendation, it will be obligation for after several years. Here picture also you heard before, old material is quite often better than new, because wood was grown slowly, and we demolish and throw away details too often, and to show and to work up possibilities how to renovate in energy efficient way. It's what we are doing also, but it's not easy because all commercial business work against that. It's easy to change. It's easy for house owners, easy for architects, easy for builders, you know. But to fix things, you can keep. But what's my message today? It's you can keep a lot of CO2, and it's how those new EU regulation work for us, for restorers, for sustainable renovation. And what does helps also those materials, new techniques like infrared possibilities to remove old paints. Also explaining how nice and valuable are old glasses, which now nobody is producing. You have to keep them, they are nice, and if you are just changing, you are losing value, and you are making bad for nature and for climate goals, you know. And one part which was also already part of our house project in Kalamaja, it's if it's possible, use traditional and natural products, also paints, not because heritage protection asks you to, but they are best for that, to keep those windows, doors, and beams for next generations. Because new plastic paints, they are good only once. If you use them first time, you have afterwards that problem. You have problem with humidity, with those fungus. You have problem to next time overpaint because it's getting, if not first time, then next time it's getting too thick. And humidity can't get out, and you have a big problem. And people are changing all the boards. But traditional boards from Tsaris 200 years ago or 150, if you are keeping those right paints, it's good for you and good for house, and you could keep material, because we don't have so much forests anymore to just throw away, which are already work details, they already cost much more. And what we explain, and we are doing courses, old tours, they are nice, and which important, you can, everyone who comes to our courses should be afterwards fix them if he wants or she wants really. But that's not so easy as a speaker, I understand, because you need tools, knowledge, and also room where to do that work. And now we are working also with open class, that in future people who want could come and repair their things and do that work. And similar project in Tartu's Rik, our one branch. And yes, but what is changing also our view? Old 20 years ago, people want all very nice and very clear and very smooth, but now we are missing this naturality, original things, and it's people are more and more understanding, just not restorers, but ordinary people, that it's something special. It's I don't need change everything, and it's getting more and more valuable. And new standard in interiors, you even don't need to clean stuff. It's original, and it's nice, and it's getting more and more popular. Or if you want to clean, you just clean this old material. All is very clean and nice also. If you make it warm outside, you can clean inside and make different solutions. And still all old houses will not stay, then let's use them as spare parts, but do it in solid, in cultural way, and let another people to use those details. And in Estonia, several examples building new houses, fully using old material. Here are some examples. Here are some examples also in new architect designed houses are used old details, old doors are fixed and put to new houses. Or very nice old windows are used in new country houses. Maybe energy efficiency not enough in Tallinn municipality, but in country house you are living in summertime, those very tight windows are bad for your house. And nice old details, it's also about new aesthetics, new look. We can now open those things, and it gives additional value. And the third very important point is, if you are using new material, use materials which are natural and which are climate neutral. Here are some about eco-materials. We don't have time to speak a lot, but you know probably some are the same as historical materials, but some are new. And one new, very old material is hemp fiber. And it's close 3 times more CO2 than wood in forest. And it's our future. And you see healthy living, top heat protection, much better than mineral wools, CO2 negative, you can build and plan, and natural moisture transportation. There are not fungi, you know, it's naturally protects from different fungi, and that's very important. And there are several techniques. We are testing them, and we are first part, one very old techniques come back, and one very interesting ask was from Norwegian army. Do you have enough birch bark for army shoes? Because it's those. We didn't have enough, and they got probably from another side, but that's interesting. How natural materials are working. I lost one about humidity, but this hemp also regulates very well humidity. And with hemp, there are not so many problems with humidity as with wood. It works better. And you can cut it every year. And hemp was possible to use different way. You saw two pictures, and hemp is also possible use in plasters. And it's we name it thermoplaster, and it's very good for historical houses. You can just put these machines on wall, and it's make it warmer. Here, the fourth measure, people are doing together old things, and it's big fun. I will show some pictures. It's also in Lahemaa National Park. You know, this plastering, hard work for worksmen. But people did work, and the problem in our workshops, we don't have enough those places to put it. The wall is just so small for in big houses. And those workshops, yeah, they are going. Furniture restoring was extremely popular. Maybe the high peak was 5 years ago. And it's a problem to have room and everyone to do. We mostly are doing these kinds of shorts that master shows main elements, and people have to work at home to fix their old furniture. But it's a great help for people if they see and could ask questions, and usually who wants can something do themselves also, main elements, and people could take their chairs with them, and it was in our old storage, old material storage. It's good, people could get materials and get inspiration how to use another old materials. And it's very great for unemployed people training. This idea we got also from Sweden. It's historically used, but our impression and our practice was very, very good. People get really enthusiastic. And it was in countryside, and inspector said he first time see this kind of group, all participated and all wanted to do, and they did things from old stuff, reused materials, and everyone was creative, and everyone was active, and was really success. Historic building must find a compromise with new ones. That's what I want to say. If we are staying for old, we are not against new, but it must be regulated. You see, one can build all this backyard full, another can't. And what will do real estate developer? It's not question if it's building in Tallinn, yes? Every square meter has a business profit, and then you can't be in the same game, and rules must be the same. And but very good examples in Kopli, in North Tallinn. It was like a turning point in Tallinn, that neglected area, really bombs, and unemployed people only live there. Now elite district, and old one and new one together, and new has architectural touch as new, but not bigger, and people could choose what they want. Who wants more old and cultural stuff? Who wants to be modern, also cultural, but modern culture? And that's good. And a lot of those old, they were very bad condition. They are rebuilt, but to give this kind of old look, it's also costs and nice examples. And it's make this old house much more CO2 neutral than new. That's true. Some materials, you know, in place, and it gives big advantage. And here is a question for you: to renovate or not to renovate, or use as a spare material for another project. Yeah. We need to resolve in every case by case. Yeah. Thank you.
I don't see organizers I think that now you could ask questions, because Arsten can't say that don't ask. Who will ask?
Do you have problems with mineral wools and those gypsum plates? We have big problems in Estonia, and natural materials are working much better as they are regulated humidity. That's one question. And they are working capillary activities. That's very important. They bring humidity back inside, which goes want to go winter time out. And we can't say in every case there is problems, but if humidity gets high, natural materials has much bigger working room to deal with this higher humidity. And speaking about humidity, people for houses, and for people, it's a problem to have a too low humidity. Of course, you know, have you heard of that? Best humidity 40 until 60% in our climate. Yeah.
Thank you so much.